Howdy folks. Today I want to tell you about how to find the best franchise business to invest in. I'm going to share with you my approach to finding the best franchise opportunities in your market. I want to start off with, first of all, the owner's role in the business. It's important to understand what you want your role as the owner to be in the company. You can always choose to be owner-operator. It's highly encouraged to be involved in your business on a day-to-day basis and managing both your employees and your customers. You are going to have the most to receive if there is success with this business, and you also have the most at stake if something were not to go right. And so the more you're involved, the better it is. However, if you have experience managing employees, you can manage employees, and there are some franchises that do allow for what we call executive model or manage the manager. Some cases it's more semi-passive than others, and that might allow you to even keep a full-time income and transition as you like into your new business. There's always going to be looking at your desired market and determining what kind of population density we're working with, and is there a viable need for this franchise in your market. And with that, I'll usually run 30 or 50 available territory checks before giving any presentation. And that's simply because it's all about what's actually available, not just the franchise. And whether you like to believe it or not, the best franchises are going to sell out in most major metro markets fairly quickly. And if you want to have the ability to do a multi-unit owner play, you're going to need to get in pretty early and before the what we call A class, or the higher end areas that are more desirable than others for different reasons. Could be demographics, location. It just depends. And so we always want to see what we're working with and know that. Also, when we run territory checks, they'll let us know if there's any resales available. In some mature brands, there are some cases where you can find owners that have built up an asset and they had an exit strategy to sell that business one day. And sometimes, that's a good opportunity. Other times we just want to see that there's enough territory to be able to support the income goals for the business. Now, a lot of times that is determined based on what kind of lifestyle candidates have been living currently, and only you can decide what would be an acceptable amount. But the power of franchising means that the difference is 1 territory, 2 territories, 3 territories, and if you're successful at the first franchise, that can really help you cash flow the second franchise and the third, and it allows you to also take advantage of the economies of scale and maximize efficiency. You as the owner can't possibly be in 2 places at once, and that's very powerful to be able to have a team in place running your day-to-day operations, allowing you to work on your business, not in your business. There's always a few things that we want to consider. Every franchise is going to have a minimum net worth investment. And when we're looking at it, most SBA lenders, if you're going to do an SBA Express loan of $100,000 to $150,000 as a starting point, they're going to want to be able to see that you have at least a 1-to-1 asset to loan ratio. And also, I never recommend people invest more than 50% of their total net worth as a general rule of thumb. And the last thing to consider really is, what kind of work environment are you most comfortable with? There's always going to be retail, the most expensive and most based on the location. Next, a popular option with everything that's gone on through the pandemic, and most people don't really enjoy commuting to and from work every day, so they're considered home-based or mobile service, and usually a much lower investment, and also without the build out, it can be a much quicker ramp up period. And we also have small office, light industrial. Sometimes you might move from home base to a small office, and that's usually a fairly reasonable investment. Doesn't take a whole lot, and customers aren't generally going to be going there to do business. You're either going to go to them or you're going to be having employees coming there, but not necessarily as big of an investment as retail generally is. And so it's always a matter of figuring out what's right for the candidate. And depending on their goals and aspirations for this business and what kind of lifestyle they want to have. And so a lot of these different factors don't come out at the surface of what the service or product that they may enjoy as a customer, but what is going to be something that as an owner is going to play to their strengths and something that they would enjoy operating at the end of the day. This business, they're going to be the boss, and they can't wake up hating the boss every day. There will be days, business always has its ups and its downs, but ultimately we want to find something that suits their personal goals for their lifestyle. And I know that a lot of people coming out of corporate America have worked long hours and ultimately traveled, been away from their families more than they would like to have. And for other reasons, people are looking to be able to control their own destiny. And that's what business ownership can do for you. Franchising provides us with a proven business model for profitability, and that really can shorten the time to market and allow for us to focus on growing a big business that can ultimately be successful. And the best part is also access to financing, small business administration. They understand there's risk mitigation when you're getting into a franchise, training, marketing support, admin support. It's all there for them. And so that really allows them to feel good about doing financing when it comes to franchises. And the last thing, consultants, myself, I really pride myself in listening and understanding and showing franchises you might not have ever thought about because you don't see them every day. But really, when it comes right down to what you're looking for, a lot of times Monday through Friday, no weekends, no holidays, professional setting, things of that nature, it's all part of what you're looking for. So don't always look in the most obvious places. Reach out, schedule a free consultation, and it's always a pleasure getting to hear what you're looking for. If you go directly to the franchise, they really have one thing to offer, and bias and also sales come to mind when you go directly to the franchise. Rightfully so, they should be confident in their business model, but they aren't going to tell you if there's a better option for you, something in your market that's could be more profitable or a better fit for your strengths. And so always happy to be here for you guys, answer any questions you might have. And we're always going to make sure that you get a chance to talk with existing owners before you make any sort of decision. That's a big part of our consultation process, getting to hear it from the people that are in it, validate the model works, they would do it again, they're achieving the numbers just like the franchise said they would, and that ultimately was a good match for them. You're always going to have some that are top performers, average, and we always want to find something that you feel strong about being in the top performing category. Thank you for listening. Please leave a comment below if you got questions. Schedule a time one-on-one through my calendar link below. I look forward to speaking with you all. Tune in next time.